Have we ever shared a kiss?
No.
Have you ever seen me naked?
No.
There's been no moment of sexual tension. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. My name is Adejoke, and my partner is that partner is a very strong word to use. But go ahead.
Are we not partners?
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, we are partners, so...
Yeah, go ahead.
Your partner is Olafimihan.
Sorry?
Olafimihan.
What does it mean?
So Ola is Yoruba for wealth. Fimihan means reveal. So wealth reveals me, in a sense. Yeah.
Interesting. So there are a lot of podcasts out there right now. And sometimes I even feel like, please, everybody's on in lights and holding mic and saying all sorts. Why do we need to add to that number at this point in time?
I think because first there's enough room for every bird to fly in the sky. So it's not enough reason to say that because people are doing this, so you can't do it if you want to do it. So I think I remember when we decided that we would do this podcast. So I think that day you were trying, like, you were breaking down or melting down at like in a way, and I suggested and I diagnosed that it's possible that you feel like you're not doing enough. Maybe there's something you would like to do, and I gave you options like, what would you do? I gave several options, including a podcast. So I think you find the podcast idea interesting, and you dragged me into.
Dragged you into it, like,
yeah, it was meant to be what you were supposed to do, but then you roped me into it. So,
are you happy to be here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I wouldn't have done this on my own, maybe. But I think of course it's a pleasure.
Okay. We're not going to go into details of my melting down. Perhaps at some point. That point is not now. So I have a few questions for you just to help people that might be listening to us clarify. The title or the name of the podcast is F&J.
Yeah.
And that just sounds like, I feel like it's open to a lot of interpretations, and I want us to like clarify on the interpretation of our name. Okay,
so F&J is just short for Fimihan and Joke. Although there was like a debate as to whether we should use that, because you don't like people shortening your name. You prefer to be called Adejoke. I don't mind. Yeah, but so F&J is basically short for Fimihan and Adejoke, and F came first because, of course, it's a man's word.
That's not the way I remembered it.
Well,
we wanted something short.
Yeah.
It's not the short form of my name, as it were. It's an alias I'm willing to compromise on. I like the compromise I'm willing to make. That's why I said
you don't like being called Adejoke.
Yeah, so like, let's not go out as if people start to call me
O does not really sound, Adejoke and Olafimihan does not really sound as good as
Fair
F
enough.
and J.
Fair enough. So we made a compromise to do F and J. Now, why F and J? Why are we... First of all, why was I melting down? Why did you see me melting down? And why did I have I don't want to use the word power, but that's what I can find to rope you into something that you would ordinarily not set out on by yourself. So
I can't recall why you were melting down exactly, but I know it had to do with you feeling like you wanted to do more than you were doing. Although you couldn't place it. Yeah. So this is like a response to you knowing that you could do more, and this is us doing that. What was the other question? Like, why did I have the power to rope you into something? Well, we are friends, so yeah. Because it's very important. Yeah, we are friends, so I mean. How will you describe our friendship? How will I describe our friendship? That's a tough question. What's the evolution of, like, so before we get to the point where we're like this close and we're willing to set out on a journey like this together, like how? Oh, I have stories. That's long. That's very long. Let me shorten it. Okay. So the The first time I saw you, it wasn't you I saw your name.
Oh, okay.
I think it was my second year, when your third year.
Yeah.
We went to the same university, but we went to OAU. So you were Miss Adejoke.
Yeah.
MS Adejoke. You were vying for vice president of the faculty.
Yeah. That's a long time.
I mean, that was,
a long time.
I don't like the idea that, I mean, it was rare to find, well, I think you were vying for president first.
Yeah. When I set out.
Yeah, you went for president first. That was what, like, wow, I like this. I mean, it was very rare to find a female student vie for political office in school, on campus. That was interesting. So I found it interesting. Then we went for teaching practice. Then we went to the same school. That was your last teaching practice. That was my first. I mean, you were the student principal. I was the vice principal.
Yeah.
Then so we had like some kind of rapport. Then I remember one particular day where I was very sick in school.
So I wanted
to like go somewhere to rest. So I took a bus from where we were. I think it was Mayfair to Campus Gate. So I was trying to vomit while in the bus, while in transit. So apparently the glass was damaged, but the guy called Kesiwe, he just put it there. So as I tried to move it, the thing just fell and broke. The guy was on my neck like this. I have to pay for it, pay in full. So he drove me back from school gate to the school. It was going to take me to their community.
Park.
Park.
Yeah.
But I told him to take me to the school first. Then we went to the school. And then
all of
you now came out. I mean, like no way. How would you pay? And you were like, there was one other guy, and who led like no way that you guys marked his plate number and threatened him that if you come to school again, it won't like it. That stuck with me. And after that, I think we went out like I think our first like meeting was there was this eatery be
underneath
the library.
Yeah.
That was our first.
It was relatively new, and I think it was one of the best.
It wasn't the best.
It was one of.
But it was
because I mean, it was
the best were
on campus.
The best were somewhere. They call it
Fivers.
Those Fivers, Banwheel.
But like on campus.
Okay, I get.
Like if you wouldn't have to like go to like market area or go to town.
Yeah.
Like that was the happening place.
Yeah.
And I think what really stood out for me was how what's the word to use? How careful, how thoughtful, that's the word. How thoughtful the entire experience was. I'm like, I wasn't used to like people being thoughtful without wanting to sleep with me, really. It was the first time like somebody wasn't asking me out, took me out to lunch and was totally thoughtful and did not follow it like by evening to say, can I come to your house? Because usually when they take you out like that, by evening or even before you like leave the old place, they are there trying to like touch your tie or something, but it was like the most brotherly experience from a non-relative person or non-family member.
There's much more to say about, there's a lot more to say about how we became this.
So I think that point was for me when someone is this thoughtful, someone is this friendly and expecting nothing in return in the way that, most men that I had experienced had, expect something in return. I think that would for me be the beginning of like our friendship. And I think we've been through so much. Because this like, I don't know, 10 years?
Yeah, more than, I think, almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. Actually, 10 years. Because this is 2024. 2014.
Almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So, 10 years thereabout. Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, this just to clarify that I know that people have a lot of theories about the impossibility of, opposite gender having like strictly platonic relationships. Have we ever shared a kiss?
No.
Have you ever seen me naked?
No.
What are the other questions to ask? There's been no moment of sexual tension or unclarity or uncertainty, or there's been no such moment. Each time we get together, I think we get together in the pure way of just getting with your friend, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of my most treasured friends.
Most what?
Most treasured friends.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Did you blush?
I did.
How did that make you feel?
Good.
Your head swelling. Okay, that's it. I think one last question, just on intro. Oh, I've asked all of them, actually.
Okay.
So yeah, quickly, what is this podcast? So yeah, it started with me wanting to do more, but like we have decided to do this together. What is this podcast centered on? What's our anchor?
So I think broadly speaking, so someone asked me why, what would we talk about in our podcast? And I was like, almost anything, but with a different perspective, like a more reasonable, a more faith-based perspective. So I think we will talk about almost anything, lifestyle, faith, relationships, just contemporary issues, but with a same theistic perspective. Yeah.
Same perspective. Yeah.
Yes.
In terms of like theological knowledge and conviction, I think you have stronger.
Yeah, I do have stronger.
On that. But I'm generally a reasonable person.
Yeah, you are reasonable. Yeah. So it may not be.
We may not agree.
Yeah, but then
but
it makes sense.
Yeah. And I always have a good time having conversations with him. So this is just bringing, people in, bringing you guys into our conversations, really. So yeah, that's as much as it goes with introductions. They told me to say that. See you in the next episode.